Right. Now, of course, this weekend, as we move on and look forward, because there's big games, let's talk about Dublin against Westmeath. I know you haven't played that many times, I think, in Croke Park, Anthony, have you?
Smarty, one Sunday, yeah.
Do you think Dublin have an advantage? I know this thing is thrown out every year, but considering that they play all their championship games in Croke Park?
I think it has to be an advantage, yeah. Like, you know, I suppose the day where it's nice to play in Croke Park is gone, you know, like Westmeath are training since, I suppose, November, December in the row, and maybe back together then in January, whatever, like, and, you know, the day just travelling up to get a nice look around in Croke Park is gone. They want to win, and playing a home match probably would have given them a better opportunity to win, you know. So looking at that, I suppose Dublin do have an advantage that way, yeah, you know.
Do you think, John, this is a test of Dublin's game plan? I mean, in facing Westmeath, they're going to be probably a bit defensive. That's what would be the expectation.
I mean, what I'll be interested to see is the Dublin game plan at the moment is quite attacking and it's entertaining. They burst forward in great numbers, but I just wonder against the very best teams out there, the likes of Donegal and that, who are so good at turnovers is key in Gaelic football now, so good at turnovers, that if the ball's turned over in Dublin when they're bombing forward, there seems like there's a fair bit of space left in between their halfbacks and full back line. And if Westmeath can turn over a bit of ball in the midfield, you know, they've the likes of Dolan and Glennon in there, they can hit them with early ball. You know, it'll be interesting to see how the Dublin defence shapes up to that, and whether the gaps that appeared during the league quite a bit are still there, because against Donegal would absolutely crucify you with turnovers there if Dublin are a bit naive. So listen, the jury's still out in Dublin, I think, until they come up against a top quality team. We'll see now on Sunday.
Padraig, what do you think of Dublin? Were you impressed with them during the league?
Yeah, very impressed with them in the league. I mean, they obviously won the league, but they were the most impressive team probably for the league campaign. They blooded in a lot of good young fellas. I mean, Jack McCaffrey was exceptional for them at wing back. Paul Mannion was very good up front as well, and also the plenty of good young fellas. You know, and like the system they play is like they don't really leave. I don't think they leave that much exposure, John, at the back. I mean, like Ger Brennan really holds the middle all the time, and like Paul Flynn, like when he plays the games, he's probably the best wing forward playing the game at the minute. He's a great engine to get up and down the field, and obviously Bernard Brogan was in terrific form for the league, so he wasn't that spectacular in the league final as such, and they still managed to win the game without him. So that's a plus side for Dublin, that if Bernard can keep his form, and during the year, like he's capable of scoring 2-4 and 2-5 in a game without even playing well, you know, that sort of way.
Have they replaced Alan Brogan as a playmaker or centre forward?
No, I think he's a huge loss to Dublin.
Yeah, he is a huge loss.
Like we've seen that last year with him as well. He's just his footballing brain. Like, I mean, he knows when to go deep. He knows when to carry the ball. He knows when to give it. He's just a very, very clever footballer, and he's a huge loss to Dublin, because also he's one of the older guys as well on the team, so he's a big loss. Another big game, obviously, lads, at the weekend is Down against Derry, or Derry against Down in Celtic Park. Derry looked impressive enough in the Division 2 final when I saw them in Croke Park. What do you make of them? Yeah, Derry are a very inconsistent county as such. You know, like they come and go. They always produce a lot of very good footballers, but they always seem to kind of lose a game they're expected to win, and they won and vice versa. You know, but I mean, home advantage is going to be huge for them on Sunday. I think Down are also on the back of a mediocre league campaign. They've got relegated to Division 2, whereas Derry have won the Division 2, and this is kind of where we're going to see the gulf about the gulf in class already in the championships between the Galway Mayos and the rest of them, like between Division 1, Division 2. So this is kind of like more so like a top of the table Division 2 clash, or a bottom of the table Division 1 clash. And I think Derry might have enough in the tank. They may be a bit stronger men. Down still rely an awful lot on Benny Coulter up front. So I think the edge would be with Derry in my eyes. Okay, let me put you on the spot, lads. Right now, just one team, one county to win the All-Ireland. Who would you go for right now, Padraig? Well, I've said it before, not because of what happened last Sunday, but I said before last Sunday that I still think Donegal are the best equipped for the players they have, and also like you have to take into account the management system they have as well, like with Rory Gallagher and Jim McGuinness there. Like, I mean, exceptionally smart fellas, and I think they have the ability and the players to adapt to what situation they'll meet during the year. In one word, Anthony Nash. Cork. Do you know, that doesn't surprise me.
I have two club mates.
Oh, you have, in fairness, Aidan Walsh.
Yeah, that's it.
John?
Donegal, yeah, they were scarily good against their under machine. So
yeah, they were good, they were very important.